What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Now, you'll see I'm on the other side of the river from when we last left off, and that's because I went into the Martian Garden and did some more farming of our newest stage just to get those 3 attempts done. I also, while we were in this area, I decided to catch the fish that I wasn't able to do, which obviously I'll do in between videos. Actually, let's see if anything new. Okay, same stuff. But yeah, so we are going to continue the request to try and track down, what's his name? Lashkar. Because, obviously it seems like he's been taking drugs to try and up his strength so he can take vengeance on anyone from Almada that might still be around. Let's check the shop over here real quick. Don't honk at me. Pedestrian always has the right of way. By the way, I saw someone point this out, not in the video, just in general, that this whole new icon is not something that's usually there. So that's kind of nice. You know, the shops, you know, from this game onward let you know that there's new stuff to buy when you're, like, revisiting old areas. Alright, let's see what the church has to say about Lashkar. Oh, by the way, speaking of, I do have some more costumes that I unlocked, so Agnes obviously has a few things here, including this DLC one from the first game, which is just an alternate costume of her normal outfit. Swin just gets his jersey and this. Obviously, new character and all. Same thing with Nadia. Van. Same thing. Ferry's got a handful of stuff here. School uniform was DLC from the first game. I don't actually mind this one. If I had it in the first game, that's something I probably would have used. Reset, same. Quattro has the school uniform. Judith, golden blood suit. Lane just has a towel. New character. New character. Obviously, we saw that earlier. And yeah, so on and so forth. But yeah, so let's see what's going on here. Priest Kyra. See what you have to say about Lashkar. Oh, this is about Lashkar, isn't it? To be honest, I've been worried about him myself. The boy's been so torn up over his hatred of Almada recently. It's almost like he's gone back to his old self. You really think he's declined that much? I thought he'd finally started to recover. There must have been something that triggered his change in attitude. Do you have any idea what that could be? Well, I imagine it's something to do with Nero. Nero, was that a friend of his? No, it was the name of a cat. Oh, yeah. That one of the little girls in Crail. See, that's what the hardest part about knowing that Crail was caught in that explosion is, like, those kids and the cat. They're all gone. I assume he must have been lost in the explosion then. Most likely, yes, but regardless, Lashkar's been determined to find him ever since. Oh, okay. That's what eventually led to him happening upon another cat that just looked just like him. Okay, so maybe the cat actually got away from the explosion before it happened. Or this is just, yeah, like she's saying, maybe it's just, you know, wishful thinking on his part. I'll never forget the look on his face when he said, maybe Nero made it out after all. He couldn't be convinced otherwise. Now I think about it, I feel like he has mentioned something about a cat before. But I've got a feeling that the one he found wasn't actually Nero, huh? Unfortunately not. The pattern on his fur was strikingly similar, but it was a completely different cat. Once Lashkar came to realize that, his temper flared up again. So the reality he was trying to ignore came back to bite him in the end. Honestly, I can't help but feeling we failed the poor thing. Failed to save him from his eternal torment. If we're to have any hope of helping him this time, we need to treat this much more seriously than we did before. I agree. Once we find him, I hope we can count on you and the rest of the chapel to look after him again. While we're still on the subject, though, have you noticed anything odd going on in his in relation to Lashkar? Yeah, I get the feeling the whole Nero thing isn't what pushed him over the edge. There's gotta be something else we're missing. Actually, I did hear an interesting tidbit from a few of the parishioners recently. Apparently, Lashkar's been roaming around Riverside at night. From what I understand, he comes here even on days when he doesn't have Sunday school, but he's never seen going into the other businesses. I doubt he'd come out here just to goof off. Question is, where was he headed? I can't say for certain, but I've heard he's been spending time under the bridgeways along the river. We were just there. Some rather unseemly types have been around those areas lately, which makes me all the more worried. Thank you again for all your help, Mother Kyra. The details you shared should definitely help us track him down. Of course, if he gets Lashkar home safe, I'm happy to help. Oh, Arusha, may Lashkar be blessed by your grace. And may you grant Agnes her friends the guidance and protection. Well, I believe we've spoken to everyone familiar with Lashkar. I think we have a pretty good handle on what's going on now. Me and S have a few ideas already, but you really helped us narrow them down, Aggie. You're just as quick on the uptake as Van said you were. You really think so? Anyway, let's go back over everything one more time so we can figure out our next steps. I mean, the plan really should just be go under the bridge, right? Well, I think we have enough info to piece together what Lashkar's been up to. Yes, however, we still don't fully understand what brought about the change in his mental state, or why someone's been attempting to take advantage of him. Well, at the very least, we know he's been meeting up with an individual under the bridges. That's our best lead right now. Yeah, the lady at the chapel said he'd been wandering around Riverside, right? And hasn't there been a lot of dangerous activity lately by the underground maintenance tunnel? That's right, I have a feeling where Lashkar's been heading off to. Especially considering what the Bracer Guild told us about the possibility of drugs being involved. However, while we know Lashkar's been spotted in the area, no one's actually seen him entering the underground maintenance tunnel. The area is incredibly inconspicuous, though. I have a feeling we have the right place. Yeah, Riverside as a whole seems like a pretty convenient location for whoever Lashkar's dealer is, too. Don't you think so, Aggie? It sounds like you're already one step ahead of me, Nadia. But you're right, Yazan mentioned that there were people from the Central East with ties to the criminal underworld, after all. If that's who pushed Lashkar into this, it would explain the meeting place. The chapel he goes to is here in Riverside, and there are more Central Easterners here than in other districts, which means it'd be easier for them to blend in. That explains why they're so willing to do this stuff in public. At any rate, we should check the underground maintenance tunnel to see if we can find any more leads. I'm with you all the way, Aggie. And if somebody is down there, I should be able to sense them, no problem. Yeah, it can't hurt to do a little reconnaissance. Let's go take a look. Alright, so we're going to the maintenance tunnels where Van and Agnes did their first 4SPG together. Well, where Van did Agnes's 4SPG. When we were first looking for some information about the Genesis. And it led to Giacomo's murder. There's a child's footprints here. They look fresh. Anything on your end, Nadia? I'm not really picking up anything. But looking at the map, this tunnel's pretty long, isn't it? It's hard to get a clear reading of the inside when we're all the way out here. Huh? Aren't you guys... Hey, Gray. Gray, what are you doing here? So it is you, Agnes, and these must be the two substitute Spriggans filling in for Van. Hazel told me you guys would be helping with Lashkar's case. I'm surprised that you already managed to sniff out this place. Seems Van trained you guys well. Actually, I think we just got lucky. Besides, because the information everyone gave us was so helpful, all we had to do was narrow down his location. I was hoping we might be able to track down the person Lashkar's been meeting with as well. Oh, wait a second. I thought you guys knew he was inside already. What? Did you follow them here? Yeah, I managed to puzzle out when they'd be meeting so I could tail on them. It's been about 30 minutes since Lashkar first entered. I bet anything he's meeting with whoever his dealer is right now. My hope was to secure their meeting space, expose whoever behind us, and get Lashkar back home. So you were using Lashkar as bait to pin down the ringleader? That's a little surprising considering the kid's so fond of you, I mean. From a risk management perspective, I made the best decision I could. If all I did was put a stop to Lashkar B with the dealer, the larger issue wouldn't just disappear. Well, I guess that seems reasonable enough. Not the kind of thing I'd expect from a bracer, though. I understand where you're coming from, but for now, right now, are you willing to give us a hand? Of course. I don't have any problem working with you guys. I plan to make my move soon, though, so once you're ready, let's start making our way in. Me and Ness are ready when you are, Aggie. This might take a while. I doubt we'll be able to come back out for supplies, either. We'll be fine. Just something you might want to take into account. Right, let me think here. I'm ready. Let's get going. This might be the only chance we get to save Lashkar. Alright, let's head in. I had a feeling we wouldn't find anyone. Actually, I'm sensing someone further in. This tunnel has a pretty complicated layout, though. I can't make out very much. My Zippa's not detecting anything other than monsters in the vicinity. If we stop to look around right now, just eat up time. Let's wait until we're further in. Yeah, there's no time to waste. What do you say we take the shortest route we can to the far end? I'm sure we can handle anything that comes up along the way. Good idea, let's hurry. What are they planning to do by bringing him in here anyway? Just why are they after? My Lashkar just doesn't... Is something wrong? Nope, I was just thinking about how you seem a little unusual for a bracer. You felt for Lashkar, listened to his troubles, and even now your main focus is on saving him. Kind of feels like you can really relate to that little guy, which would mean you've been through a lot yourself. I'm just trying to do what I can to help. I mean, he's counting on me, so I have to keep him from making the same mistakes I did. Nadia, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. Just having a little chit-chat is all. We're coming. Nadia really does look out for others, despite how lazy she claims to be. Nice work out there, kid. How you feeling? Your body getting used to it yet? Yeah, it feels good. I can get as angry as I want. I can hate as much as I want, and it fills me with power. I get stronger the more I think about them, the ones who murdered everyone in my village. Looks like he's taking to it better than we expected. In that case, we should be able to up his dosage. You know, I wasn't expecting much from the rumors at first, but the kid's got some serious rage built up inside. You got a real nose for talent, Commander Javid, especially to find a kid like this among a bunch of peace-loving rubes like the one here in Calvard. What makes you say that? It's pretty easy to spot talent in the Blacklight District, don't you think? At least easier than spotting it on the battlefield. Letting this kid fade into oblivion would have been a real tragedy, if you ask me. If we raise him right, he'll make for a hell of a warrior. If I get stronger, I can do anything. Otherwise, I can't. I couldn't. Protect. Yes, think of that hatred as your fuel. Seems I was right to have high hopes for you. I forget which group this is. Looks like our visitors have finally arrived. Or did you think we wouldn't notice? These guys must be part of that one Jaeger group from the Central East, the Scorpions of Zahat. Okay, there it is. Yeah, because we fought them during the Irashian stuff. Surprised they noticed us. Guess rank of captain still means something, even in a C-tier Jaeger groups. True, even if they did get knocked out of last year's death game in the first round. The group dispatched to Irashian was one of our least skilled units. You'd be wise not to conflate them with the best we have to offer. But that little mishap did force us to reflect on increasing the strength of our military prowess. What are you doing here? This is none of your concern. Lashkar, what have you done to him? They really have been giving him enhancement drugs. They seem different from the ones Almada were using, though. Don't get the wrong idea. He came with us with nowhere to go, seeking power and tormented by loneliness. All we did was give him the means to convert those feelings into power he so desperately wanted. Enough. You really think you can get away with manipulating a child into taking narcotics? I'm offended you put our herb on the same level as the poison Almada like to dole out. See, in our homeland, there aren't any laws that prohibit its use, so it seems hardly fit to judge by your... It hardly seems fit to judge by your standards, don't you think? And you want to know something funny? It's not illegal in Calvard either. Is this really what you want, Lashkar? I thought you wanted to be a bracer so you could protect Annie. Whatever happened to that little boy? Oh wow, the Texas game bigger. Is this what his idea of strength was? But back then, I couldn't protect anyone. I understand why you'd want to drown in your hatred. Maybe I understand better than anyone else. But even if you were to accomplish what you hope with it, you'll never be able to feel the pride in what you've done. I mean, Gray went through this similar arc in the first game. He's right, you know, getting that kind of power as a child has a way of haunting people for the rest of their life. I've seen lots of kids broken because of it. I can't say it's something I'd recommend. Right, this isn't the type of power you want. It'll end up swallowing you whole. There's a strength beyond all the suffering you're feeling, but it's one you'll have to find for yourself. But that's all it took to throw him off, that maybe the kid really was just a waste of time. It's not that simple, he's just feeling conflicted. If we can show him the path we've laid out for him is the one of true power, then he'll find his resolve. Oh, here we go. Guess that means we gotta prove we're right then. Agnes, I'll look for an opening and try to pull Lashkar out of there. Can you three draw their fire until I can get to him? Understood, we'll do our best. Just be careful, okay? We were given a job and we're not leaving here until we finish it. Lashkar's coming with us. Oh, I did the same thing again. I forgot to change the difficulty after doing the garden stuff. I was like, that's kind of fast for them to be going down. Oh, whatever. It's just some small time guys. Ugh, you're all stronger than I thought. I suppose we underestimated you. You're right, we are strong. Even without Van, we're fully capable of putting a stop to your schemes. Captain, the kid's gone. What? Don't try and call foul now. A feint is a valid strategy in warfare. As Jaegers, I'm sure you know that all too well. Damn it, we failed, and after all the times I told you to keep an eye on your sixes. Nice job, Gray. You know, you're not half bad. Ever consider becoming an assassin? Now that Lashkar's safe, there's no need to stay here any longer. You think you can run from us? Pincer them on both flanks. Oh, how considerate. You must be a real hit with the ladies. Not that I have eyes for anyone but us, of course. Enough talk, let's move. Lashkar, are you awake? Is the drug wearing off? No, I can't, damn it. I don't think the drugs are affecting him anymore, but he still seems pretty unstable. That's why he wanted an easy solution, a way to run away from it all. That's how they were able to reel him in. He just has to keep moving forward. He needs to face what's going on inside him, no matter how difficult that may be. Yeah, but I really think he can do it, even if he did have a bit of a stumble. Look out. Oh, that's a lot of them. Or I guess it's the same amount, they're just more spread out. Never mind. I'll take that as an act of the gods to turn the tide in your favor this time. So what's it gonna be? Fight and risk death, or hand the boy over and leave with your head still attached? I don't think so. You messed with the wrong kids, Scorpions. You did a bang-up job on your own. Great, now let's handle the rest. Oh hey, Alvis and them. You guys. Sorry we're too late. Sorry we're late. It took us a little to put together what was going on. Zin and Elaine had other business, but I figure we can spare the rest of the crew. I can't believe the Scorpions have the hot work behind all this. I'm sure you filled his head with all kinds of crap trying to turn him one of your child soldiers. I didn't think the guild would come out in full force. What do we do, Captain? We withdraw. It's too bad about the boy, but we have little choice. Really? Didn't you hear me? I said withdraw. It's time to cut our losses. We Can't afford to waste resources right now. Yes, sir. Damn, would have preferred to capture them, but they're fast little suckers. Oh, kinda. Oh, Latchcar, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize what was happening. Kinda. Damn it. Damn it all. Latchcar, do you think you managed to calm down a little? Calm down? What do you mean calm down? Me pretending to be calm is what led to all this. None of the adults understand. They just think I'm sad or holding a grudge. But while I was sitting around, all those Armada bastards were killed off. So why do I still feel empty inside? Please, somebody tell me why. I get it now. You weren't after revenge. You had all these feelings of anger and sorrow. Once it was over, everyone wanted to go right back to normal. Once I found out Nero was gone too, I just couldn't take it anymore. I thought if I could just run away from it all. So when those guys from Sahat started telling me their drugs would help me escape what I was feeling, and that I'd never lose anything again if I just got stronger, Latchcar, I know exactly what you're feeling. Being powerless, it's... No, you don't. Grown-ups don't understand anything. Hey, we understand a lot better than you think. I told you before, didn't I? We're the same. I lost my family to Armada too. All I could think about was revenge. But I found my way back. That's why I'm here now. You lost your family? I kind of figured it was something like that. So he's finally come to terms with it. Well, good for you, but that's why I have to. Do you really think those people were your best chance? You want to be strong, right? But if that's true, if it's true strength you're after, then there's a better path for that. A path where no matter what style you choose, it'll be a path you've earned, a strength that's yours and yours alone. That's why the shortcut they promise can't hold a candle to what you can do on your own. Even if it'll be a struggle to get there, you have plenty of time to find your way. You just have to be a bit patient while you look for it. That's how it was for me in S2. Right, I'm sure you'll find something that'll guide you in the right direction. Once you do, you'll make everyone in Krail Village proud, Annie included. Right, I almost forgot. Gray-handed Latchcar handmade charm with the Bracer Guild emblem on it. This is a charm that Annie made for me. At first I thought maybe you just forgotten about it, but I realized this is what you were running from all along. Because if you didn't, you might remember the person you were, the real you. If your heart still aches at the sight of it, that's a sign you haven't given up yet. It's not too late, Latchcar. We can move forward together. Why? Poor kid. Once Latchcar had settled down, the group decided bringing him back to the guild would be the best option. Yeah, let him rest, keep an eye on him. Due to Lahad's familiarity with the drug that was used, he was able to treat Latchcar's symptoms quickly and efficiently. Thankfully, the substance had only been administered a handful of times. Latchcar was expected to make a full recovery. Both Zin and Elaine were concerned for the boy and rushed back to the guild upon hearing news of his situation. So that's what happened, huh? Well, it looks like Gray ended up being the right man for the job after all. Glad you were able to rescue Kid before it was too late. I must commend the rest of you for coming to his aid as well. Your arrival seems to have played a pivotal role. And of course, Agnes, Swin, and Nadia, thank you again for all your support. Of course, we would never turn a blind eye to Latchcar or any resident of Krail Village for that matter. Furthermore, it's our duty to help others in Van's stead. Honestly, though, we wouldn't have made it very far without a certain bracer in training laying the groundwork for us. I just did what anyone else would do. Besides, I'm the one that... Personally, Lahad was the one who impressed me the most. How'd you learn to detox someone like that? Never thought of you as the brainy type. What, you thought I was just some meathead? See, in the Central East, it's not uncommon to run into people using drugs and herbs like that. When I was stationed in the guild there, they did a pretty good job of drilling us on all the basic treatment methods. That being said, we only treated symptoms. He'll need to be examined later by an actual doctor. Won't going to a doctor give him a record for doing drugs, though? Yeah, I can see that being an issue for any background checks in the future. For most people, it's a good opportunity for rehabilitation, but Lashkar will just make things harder for him to get back on the straight and narrow. That's true. We'll need to remember to keep his future in mind when making any further decisions. Underground Doctor. Do you think we should let Isabel treat him in secret? That way his record will be kept clear? The doctor from the Blacklight District? I've heard she does good work, but... What? You must be joking. How could we trust him, some back alley doctor? Take it easy, Alvis. In spite of where she's coming from, I can at least vouch that she's a fairly competent doctor. Still, you must have a pretty good reason if you're willing to suggest something like that to us. I do. I want Lashkar to face up to his mistakes. As we mentioned, taking him to a normal hospital will result in him having a permanent mark on his record. But it won't actually affect him until he gets older. I worry that he won't learn his lesson. Well, I get it. You think him getting treated in the Blacklight District will act as a sort of kind of wake-up call. A trial by fire, huh? That's surprising coming from you, Agnes. You might be right, though. Could be exactly what he needs at the moment. Not you too, Lahad. Elaine, say something to them. Surely you don't think this is a good idea. Well, it's certainly not ideal, but she makes a good point. And as long as we have some safeguards in place, yes, it might be worth looking into. The guild will handle any negotiations with Isabel. We'll raise the money for the treatment too. However, that does mean we'll be the ones settling all the terms as well. We'll move forward with it as long as nobody has any objections. What do you say, little lady? Yes, that sounds fine to me. I just want to help Lashkar get back to living a normal life again. Understood. Let's go ahead and talk this over with Hazel. We'll get the ball rolling on everything. Well, alright, I guess I'm willing to compromise. Yeah, because Van's not the one being involved. Thank you for being so understanding. I suppose now the only thing left is to deal with Lashkar's emotional state. He's been drowning in his pain for so long, I think getting him to work through it all is going to be pretty difficult. Still, I have a feeling he'll be alright in the end. Yeah, me too. He'll be fine so long as he's got people like Gray to sympathize with him. I think you might be overestimating what I'm capable of. I mean, it's not like I'm a therapist. Levy Arnold, a B-rank bracer stationed at the head branch in Lemon. She was tasked with working undercover to gather intel. A lot of her information was obtained by spying on Almada. Unfortunately, she was killed in the line of duty. She was your older sister, wasn't she, Gray? So that's what he meant. We know you lied about your nationality and work history to get into the guild. And we know the reason why you were trying so desperately to enter the Republic. In fact, we've known for a while now, you wanted revenge. That's what all that training was for, and for digging through confidential info. So that's why he understands how Lashkar feels. You know the whole time, then why would you let me stay? I took advantage of my position to do so many things, so why? Well, let's just say we spent a lot of time observing your behavior. I'm sure you realized it for yourself by now, but that grudge isn't the only thing that's been motivating you. That's right, you continue to display a strong sense of both conscience and duty. Your actions don't lie. Kinda, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. I think I'm finally beginning to understand what Lashkar has been going through. I just wanted to thank you all for giving us another chance. Of course, this isn't something you should have to shoulder on your own. It takes a village, right? I've heard you've been keeping an eye on Lashkar for a while now. They told me you leapt into action as soon as you found him. Words can't express how grateful I am. Hear that, Gray? You've done a lot for the people of Edith. So let me ask you this. Where do you want to go from here? Haha, do you even need to ask? Keep moving forward. I want to keep protecting this city. Well, if that's what you really want, better be prepared to work your ass off. I feel like I maybe said something I shouldn't have. Everything's alright, yeah? You're fine, kinda. Actually, you did Gray here a pretty big favor. I'm glad we were here to help. Those two are gonna be just fine. Yeah, they'll get back on their feet in no time. But it probably wouldn't hurt to check in on them every now and then. Yeah, I want to make sure their their problems end with us. Solving problems isn't exactly what I'm known for, but it feels pretty good knowing we help save a kid's future. That was quite a long one. Alright, so we got that up to 5. Already so early in the game as well. Alright, well, we are basically done here. There's not really much else to, we haven't gone to the Satan District. I guess we can check it out for a minute. We are going to end the video pretty soon, though, just simply because we're obviously going to move on to the next day, and I feel like a lot is going to happen, so this will be one of the shorter videos. But we can at least look around real quick. Let's do one game of basketball, I guess. Didn't get a chance to think here, so I'll say nothing. Oh yeah, we helped the girl. You're wrapped up in something while I was away, right? I heard you ran into some trouble with Desire. Oh, hey, you up for a game of basketball? Ooh, that sounds like fun. Did you know that Simon is actually the head of the basketball team here? Yeah, but said team is just made up of street basketball players. It's alright, though. The other guys and I just enjoy the sport. We love going toe-to-toe with strangers. Lately, we've been practicing with playing games with people who are new to basketball and to give it a spin. Oh, well, I'll definitely think about trying it out. We'd love to play with you, and if you need someone to show you the ropes, I'm your man. Alright, let's do it. Oh, damn. Oh, you can fake? What was that? Damn. Damn it. Good job, Agnes. Oh, you're good. Cool. Alright, so yeah, we'll end things off here. So next time we'll end things for the night and move on to the second day of school activities at Aramis. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.